certainly, this is a platform where we are working how to bring the changes basically, and the change is not where it is needed in the only corporate area. So let me go through with my small further introduction. I am Pawan, spending almost 25 years in corporate world. How this idea has come, I will just set up the context of this webinar come workshop. In last multiple years, taken a lot of interviews with the different students from the different colleges, and I could see that our upcoming students from the different colleges are having wonderful knowledge when it comes to their education background. They are through the complete what they have learned in 4 years or 3 years of course in the so okay. Can my request is humble request, please mute everyone, and if someone wants to have some questions, they can put on chat, please. I was coming, so after final year or completion of 3 years of time or 4 years of engineering or chartered accountancy, or when they go to the corporate world or they go for the different kind of interviews, I could see that there is a small gap. In spite of they are more knowledgeable than us, they have learned quite updated education from the books, from their seniors, professors. And then once they are into the corporate world, they find sometimes it is difficult to get into those corporate words, nomenclatures, and then they like to quit from there. That is why some of the datas are showing, like in old time of let's say 35 years before, a person who joins one company, usually he retired from the same company. 15 years before, the data speaks that if person is joining one company as a fresher, likely to stay around 6 years, 7 years of time. Lately, last 2 years or 3 years of data, which is showing, which is not very encouraging, that a fresher after college, finishing his education, joining any corporate, he stay not more than a year or max of 2. So what is the reason of that? Why this transition are happening? Is it a student who is not able to cope up, or it is a corporate who is not able to get the right platform to welcome the newcomers? And I could find a small gap over there, and that is why I requested Mr. Kataria to have this webinar come workshop where I can present some of the thoughts which may align with what you face on your education and while you are going to the corporate world. So if you have some questions throughout, you can put in the chat box. We will collate that and we will respond to you separately, or maybe at the end of the session of last 10 to 15 minutes. Certainly, I can take few questions to respond to it. So I'll go to my presentation now. Mr. Kataria, can you enable my screen sharing, please? Thank you. Is my slide now visible?
Not yet.
My slides are visible? Yeah, okay.
Visible.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So this is a life beyond books. Why I put this title? There's a history behind it, because we could see that books, what we read through from our college, through MBBS, engineering, chartered accountancy, and different area. Lot of education knowledge which we get in our brain. which is called intelligent quotient, IQ. But afterwards, when we go to the corporate world, we could see that it is a mix of IQ and EQ. EQ is called emotional quotient, which is being used. I will elaborate in coming slide about the more on the EQ, and overall this presentation is more on the EQ, emotional quotient. And later on, after 10 to 15 years while working in corporate, you see that EQ predominantly is more important than your intelligent questions. It does not mean that your book, the knowledge what you have gained from university, college is not important. Certainly they are 100% important because they make the base of your entry to the corporate world. But afterwards, what matter most is more of your emotional quotient, which makes you successful on your path, or sometimes if it is not dealt with, it leads to not so good situation also. So that is why I kept the title Life Beyond Books. Okay, so this is under the title of my firm, which is called The Progressive Mind. I do a lot of webinar on this subject and other technical and non-technical subject. And today we have chosen this topic. Why? Coming from you, when you can see this is a success ladder, which everyone wants to achieve. After finishing your college, on the first step, you apply in the different colleges, corporate, in R&D sector, marketing, sales, manufacturing, and different area. And then you get over there. You get to the second stage. After that, you do your hard work. You wish to continue, prosper. And then in the next stage, you get success. That is what you are willing to have. Once willing to have a success, certainly money comes there on. And then after that success, you wanted to cherish the money in terms of salary. If you are in the business, you wanted to cherish the money in terms of your income, or any point of media where you wanted to have your money. That is what a person who is moving from college to the different field, he like to pursue it, either in the private side or into the business. Senior mate, your junior mates, you have your boss, so-called. They expect that the person who is coming must have a different kind of skill set, a ready-made skill set. Communication, he need to be very strong in communication. Time management, punctuality, disciplined. He should have a leadership knowledge, how to deal with the problems, how to lead the team. He or she expect in the corporate world that you should have a personal skills. And this is a personal skill which I'm going to talk about in later of the slides. He or she must have a very good public speaking, because in corporate, you are going to meet with a different people, variety of clients. When you are in marketing, sales, you are going to meet your inside customer, you are going to meet external customer. So your public speaking communication must be strong enough. You must be flexible enough. We know the whole world is more on volatile world, uncertain world. Now no more 9-to-5 job is applicable in any of the area, be it a public sector or be it a private sector. So corporate expect the person should be flexible enough to adopt the timing as well as adopt the different fields. Because in due course of time, if you are a manufacturing guy, or you have learned from mechanical engineering, or you have done electrical engineering or electronics, may not be that after 10 years, you remain a mechanical engineer, electrical engineer, or electronics. And I will give you one example also in the coming slide. Then teamwork. Even though you are a best person in knowledge, companies consist of few tens and few hundreds of people in a different cadre, different positions. So corporate world always expect, when you are coming with your knowledge domain, you must have a wonderful teamwork, which means you are able to share your knowledge, you are able to learn from there and go together, hands on, hands together, so that there is a one team only working for the corporate. Apart from that, if I see in the top two side, fast mover, builds social value, having ability, skill abilities, growth. So these are the things which corporate expect. So we have seen three parts this point of time. One part, you are a wonderful mechanical engineer, you have excellent electrical engineers, electronics, IT department, or chartered accountant, or you have done doctorate, PhD in different area. That is your knowledge base. Second, what is your expectation? What we could see in the previous slide. You wanted to get popular, you want to get into the social connection, you wanted to earn money. And other thing is, third is, what is corporate is needing. And if you see in the top view, all the 3 points are disconnected this point of time. Because most of the time in our education system, the skills what needed by corporate in the soft side are not being taught. So what to do? Because success is everyone wants. So now the next step is how to bring those emotional quotient in your domain, how you can learn those things, and you can be a successful in your area wherever you are going to work. One more slide on the what companies is looking in a freshers, because maybe some of our listeners, our audience may be a complete fresher just ready from the college. Our human resources looks for basic skill sets and learning capability. Long-term commitment, very important point, because what happens that, as I narrated, that if person is joining and if he's leaving the company on 1 year time or 2 years of time, the company will not be able to invest on you for training you, develop you, coach you. And you are leaving the company because you are not able to cope up with the corporate world. So companies are looking for the long-term commitment, how to make it happen. Enthusiastic people, people with can-do attitude, that is called flexibility, which I talked about in my previous slide. Leadership quality, people who can fit in their business model. It again talk about flexibility, job knowledge, and moreover, job sharing, knowledge sharing. Prior short-term jobs and internship gives added advantage, because nowadays, if you see the short-term or internship, what we do in India is taking some value, because in this you get some kind of knowledge and experience about corporate world, which always help when you join any new company or new role to get into those corporate world more precisely. And if you have done some of the kind of very detailed projects and understanding of the domain, this is also going to help to you into the corporate world. So when I say person joins a corporate world and then lot of anxiety, confusion, lost in aim, where I have come, why this I have joined this company, I am lost. Low confidence, I cannot do my job, which generate a lot of stress, pressure, which in turns to not able to present ourselves, not able to speak ourselves, and we remain confused, which resulted to frustration and leads to leaving of the job and getting frustration. And it talks about then why me, why it happens with me. So coming to the main part now, how we do that. Success mantra. What are the success mantra for this? How we can generate this ladder from start to think, analyze, planning, try, do again, and keep on doing. How we do that? This is, I would say, I always say on myself, one of the example which I quote, because this is the best part. If you wanted to laugh, you need to laugh on your own self first. So that is what I was looking at when I started my career, 1996, and that is how I transformed. It is not that I'm most successful person in this earth, but at least what we talk about or what we are talking about, it is called kind of transformation, which I do on my own with the help of my teachers, seniors, mentors. And that is what now I'm presenting to you also. And after 20 years, 15 years of time, you can also be a different word from here on now. This is my overall, the Igniter. I'm an Igniter life coach. What I do, a lot of coaching to the students, people, doing the people, those who are doing the job, different kind of coaching when they are facing some kind of problem. And that is my title, Life Beyond Books, which I'm presenting to you this point of time. So the first part is a pressure. I put a lot of pictorial over here so that you can focus on listening me, and then you can correlate those things in your day-to-day business also. What happens to our students or upcoming freshers or college students or those who are looking for a new job? They put a lot of pressure on themselves. Why me? Why I'm not able to get a job? Why I'm not able to succeed? And they put a lot of pressure. So one thing you need to remember, my dear friends, if you take a nail and hammer it inside the wall, after certain pressure, once the nail is completely get inside to the wall, when it is merged, even though if you keep on putting the hammer on the head of the nail, what is going to happen? Certainly, nail cannot go further inside because it is already touching the wall. What is going to happen? It is going to damage your wall. And that is your brain. If you keep on taking the continuous pressure without doing additional work, which I'm going to talk in the next steps, you keep on putting pressure on your head. Finally, you are spoiling your brain, because that pressure will not turn to the result or positive result. It will spoil your brain. That is why this quote is, nail cannot hammer more than feel so as pressure. So remember, take the pressure which does not impact on your brain. Then afterwards, coming to the slides, when I'm going to talk about, develop different kind of soft skills, which automatically going to help you in reduction of those pressures. This thing very much you need to remember lifetime. Very beautiful quote from the Leon Brown. And everyone must be agree that everyone born with the same. When we born in hospital, college or house, we are the same height, more or less same color. We were not able to speak. We were not able to understand. We were just crying. So everyone born in the same way. God has not created different mind people, but how you develop yourself in due course of time of 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years of time, this is depend upon your potential. So some people, when I talk to some of the students, then they said that I'm not able to succeed. I have this problem, kind of different problems basically. But Remember, there are people around you, those who are far succeed. However, both are born in the same kind of condition. So success is not depend upon where you have born. And we have so much stories from the different successful people, those who were from the very, very poor family. Their system and education is not adequate, even though they are doing the marvelous in the different fields, which clearly states that it is your attitude, your to-do job makes you different, and it does not matter if you're born in the same way. Pressure, we talked about pressure. What is a pressure? Another part of pressure, when I say antonyms, is the more of stress. I take one example. Most of the people, those who are our listener at this point of time, must be knowing how to ride bicycle, how to ride car, or maybe how to ride scooter also. When they have learned how to ride bicycle or scooter, when they were driving it in the beginning, lot of stress must be there. You can share in your chat box yes and no. I can understand from there. There's a lot of stress. How to put the clutch, how to put the brake, how to run the accelerator. There's a lot of stress into it. As soon as you start driving, learning, one day has come where you enjoy that drive. Even your mind does not talk about what clutch need to be put, how to accelerator need to be put. You enjoy that drive. In this complete course of setup, complete process has not changed. The driving of a scooter or car or bicycle remains same. What happened actually? You start enjoying that work. So you stop having stress. And once you start enjoying the work, automatically stress goes away. What happened in today's scenario? We take too much stress how to do the things. I'm not able to perform. I do not understand what is happening. And a lot of negative questions comes in our head. But take a look, take a stress, but take a position back and work on things, how I can do the things. Believe me that this stress will go away, and the same work which was looking to you most difficult, you will enjoy that work. And I am pretty sure that some of the students and listeners must have enjoyed that experience, that earlier they were in stress, now they enjoy the same job what being stressed earlier before. Please put in the chat box about yes and no, so that I can understand that you are engaged in our discussion. Very important slide about the elevate yourself. Once upon a time, a long back, Sir Edmund Hillary, when he was failing multiple times to win the Mount Everest, he came to in front of Mount Everest and he said, "You cannot grow with time, but I can grow as human being. So one day I will win over you." And he did so. So whatever problems, whatever situations comes to our day-to-day life, just you need to say that this problem cannot grow, but from the time I will grow from my length knot, I will grow from my brain. And one day I will conquer, I will win over you as a problem. If you take that mindset to win the problem and find out the different solution, you will see that a lot of problems what you are attaining this point of time in your education, your studies, your corporate world, looking for a job, when you work on yourself, you will see that you slowly start winning, and one day will come when you say that, yes, I won the Mount Everest. So did by Sir Edmund Hillary. This is a very beautiful quote. I would narrate a small story behind it. There was a person who was very, very ambitious and wanted to have a lot of things from the God, and God said, okay, I will give it to you. So what I will do, I will pass on 3 bulls in front of you, and you need to catch the one bull, and the tail of that bull, whatever long it is, you will get that much for you. He was very happy. And then first bull passed through. And because it was a first bull, the person said, okay, this is a first bull. Still, we have a chance of another 2 bull, and I can get more better long tail. So let it pass through. The second bull has come with a ponytail, short tail. He was disappointed. What happened? But he said, okay, let this opportunity should go. The third bull is coming. He must have the bigger tail. The third bull has come with no tail. Opportunity is lost. What does it mean, my dear friends? What happened in our life? We keep on waiting for best opportunity to come. We keep on waiting for best life to come. We keep on waiting for best moment to come in our life. And for that perspective, we keep on missing the moment which we supposed to catch. We are missing the opportunity which is passing through from us. That is why never look opportunity smaller or bigger, shorter or longer. Grab that opportunity and take a chance from there to grow. Keep on waiting for finding the right opportunity. You never know how the things are changing. This quotes talk about the opportunity should not be lost. It is your opportunity to grab, and from there, how you can improve, that is what makes you more successful in life. And we have once again multiple examples in life span of stories from the different people, those who started from the very poor job, very small job, and now they are today millionaire. If you can take about one example, Mr. Paytm, you must be knowing this Paytm guy. He started his job from the monthly of 10,000 rupees per month, and not before, only just 10 years before. Even he write in his story that no girl was coming to him for marry because the salary was too less. It was 10,000 rupees. But he grabbed the opportunity of system, and today we can see he's having worth of 2,000 crores plus, and he's having own IPO in 10 years of time. So here I would like to have an open chat. I wanted to listen from you what you are seeing in this slide. Can you put your small thing, what you are seeing in this slide? I would like to see what you are putting in your chat box. Kindly share it, what you are seeing in this slide. Anyone? Black, big black oval dot. Fantastic, fantastic. A box with a black hole. Fantastic, Prisha. Thank you. Anyone more? Great. That's fantastic, Ms. Shubda and Prisha. We see black hole. Have you noticed that our first eye goes to the black hole, and both have written also without mentioning big black oval dot and a box with a black hole. And that is what we have in our mindset also. Our mind always focus on the negative things. Maybe it is the smallest one, but even though we catch our mind over there, we do not see how the major part of this slide is pure white. How the person is good in his character, knowledge, experience, which is more whiter color in his domain. We focus on the thing what he does not have, he or she does not have. And that is the way how our mind works. So summary from here for this slide is focus on white part. When you are working on yourself or you are working on others, because when I work for myself, I see I don't know how to speak, I do not know how to present, I do not know how to say. We find a lot of problems in ourselves. And when we meet different people after some experience, we talk about this person is having this problem or otherwise other problems. Don't focus on it. Focus on what you are good at. And when you focus on your good at, you will see always the whiter part will keep on becoming bigger and bigger, and black dots are going to be diminishing in lifetime. Never focus on your black part, focus on your white part, and you will see improve your things what in you are master in. You will see that things are changing for yourself. Just a minute. Very beautiful slide about this. Holding the mug too long does increase the weight of mug. Same holding the mug problem for long. And that's what we do actually in the day-to-day life also. You take a mug with a water or empty mug also. Hold it for 10 minutes of time. Will you able to hold the mug? Possibly yes. 10 minutes holding the mug will not create any problem for you. Maybe possibly hold the mug for 1 hour more. What is going to happen? You will feel some stress in your hand, your wrist. But then also you can hold further. What happens if you are holding the mug for 24 hours? Certainly you will have a ache on your hand, ankle. Possibly your neck may also pain because you are holding the mug, same mug for 24 hours. Question arises, is that mug weight is changing in last 24 hours? Answer is no. Mug weight is remains same. What changes? And that's what we do in our day-to-day life. When we find some problem in our life, in our job, in our career, in our family, we hold the problem by assumption that this problem will solve. And we keep on holding when we are going to the bed, we are going to sleep, when we are going for walk, we are going to take our own work, we are holding this problem. And what happens? The problem size does not changes. What changes? Your mind start fatigue. You start feeling stress, what we talked about in the first slide. You start feeling pressure. And that is why it is always good. Once the problem has come, think over it. If you are not able to resolve it, no worries. Park the mug, park the problem. Go for different work. Automatically time will come, solutions will come for those problems. And then you will see that your mind is not having fatigue and you are enjoying that problem rather than having fatigue on your head. Very beautiful slide, and which I would request of your focus about your values. There was a beautiful video by one of the coach. He took $100 note and asked to audience who would like to take this $100 note, and everyone raised the hand. Certainly yes, everyone would like to have $100 note. Then afterwards, what he did, he crumbled that note. He make a crumbling of that note and then asked to everyone who would like to take the $100 note. Usual, everyone like to have it. Everyone raised the hand. Yes, I would like to have it. Then what he did, he threw this $100 note on floor, crashed from shoes, and then again he asked to the people, who would like to take this $100 note? And again, everyone asked, yes, I would like to have it, this $100 note. What is the meaning of that? In our life, when we start our job in corporate world, or we get to the business, we get to our social life, personal life, we will see a lot of problems where our day-to-day things, we will see we are being crumbled in the multiple ways by disrespect and different things. By these things, are your values changing? Certainly not. You carry your value, you carry your pride, you carry your education system. You are worth of something. And if you are being crumbled from by someone, and that is what we see in the recent in the corporate world also. Lot of bosses, if you are not, they are not good bosses, they try to shout on you, they try to abuse you, kind of thing. And then we feel dissatisfied. What happened? We lost our value. Remember, you are valuable, even though they can crumble you like anything. But your potential and value limited to you, and you are knowing about it. So never downgrade your value, whatever the circumstances are coming. This is one of the slides which we talked about. I will skip that. Beginning of all are same, but end is different because of our learning, our society, attitude, positivity. That is what our Beyond Life books also, that once the books are done, in the course of next 10 years or 15 years, we see that different person are having different perspective, different gain, different knowledge, different money, different learnings. And that is what learned by our society, attitude, our mindset, our positivity. Again, I open a discussion for chat. If someone loves cricket, I would like to ask one question. There were the two players in cricket. They were very popular. And they started their career at the same time. Can someone name it? So in the chat box, please. Anyone? Fantastic. Thank you, Ms. Shubda. Sachin and Vinod Kambli. These two gentlemen start playing together from Mumbai, same ground, same time. Kambli scored highest score than Tendulkar. And then when they start playing together also for the Indian cricket team, Kambli techniques were far better and he was far more successful in first 1 year or 2 years of time. But what happened afterwards? We could see Sachin Tendulkar found to be more successful player, and far before time, Kambli took the retirement. The reason, even though you are good at your knowledge, you are good at your skill, but what takes you for long run is your focus on your anger and how to speak and what to speak. Kambli, which is known for his anger, showing the frustration on the ground, using the unparliamentary languages. However, we could know from experience that we have never heard any kind of bad sentences from Sachin Tendulkar. What does it mean? Whenever we feel, when we face some kind of different challenges, we lose our focus. When someone is not agree with my statement, we lose our focus and we found to be anger. And then we miss the bus. And that is why it is very much important that while you're talking in your corporate world, when you are entering, you may have a different opinion. You may have a different opinion in your personal life. But if you work on the amicable solution, control your anger, you will find that you are a more long run player than today. And that is why we always say in the corporate world also, when you are working, you control your anger, focus on your job and learning, because anger is again outcome which generate from your stress and pressure, which takes your mind out of control. The bad news is time flies. We see that how though 10 years are passed, 15 years passed, or 4 years in college has passed. But important, please remember, my dear listeners, that you are the pilot. Age does not matter at all, whether you are 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever numbers are. You are a pilot for you. You are a driver of your car. Control your time, control your flight, control your car. And you can narrate your way for yourself. And that is the beauty of this slide, which talks about time does not fly. You are the pilot. You can drive the way you are looking for your life, journey, career, improve yourself. And you can do all those things if you have a control on your car, on your flight, and you can enjoy the destination of success. There a very simple slide which talks about whatever you are doing, because this is also one of the things I could see when some of the college students join some of the company, because for the sake of some salary, they join it. Then afterward, they find that, no, this is not my cup of tea. After 6 months or a year, they quit the job because they joined the job for getting the job. Don't do that. Or if you join some job, start learning out of it. Any learning will not be a wasteful for your life. That is 100% assurity, which I can give it to you by my small experience of 25 years. Start loving whatever you are doing. Even though you are grooming, the smallest job what you are doing, if you keep on loving, you will see that you are enjoying. And when you are enjoying, you will learn from there. And that is one of the quote from Steve Jobs. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Whatever you are doing, if you love it with a passion, and you will see that you are successful. We have a very beautiful slide on this thing. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Top statement and the bottom statement looks to be same. If you change nothing, nothing will change. We expect that we get the good job. We expect that we get the successful in the business. We expect that we are getting good salary. We want to promote ourselves to vice president and so on and so forth. We want to be a good wife. We wanted to be a good husband, so on and so forth. Many changes what we are looking for. But from yesterday to today and today to tomorrow, if I am not changing anything in my lifestyle, in my learning, in my education system, in my personal values, then my tomorrow will not be changed. And that is the meaning of, if nothing is changing today, nothing will change tomorrow. And then a lot of students, when I see after 10 years, they say, my career is not going good. After 10 years of experience, my life is not going well. And my relationships are not going well, because last 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, you have not changed the things. If you change the things, things will change. If you change the thing on the positive note, you are going to do hard work. You are going to learn from your college. You are going to learn from your bosses. You are going to learn from your family. Change will come. And that positive change will take you to growth. Growth mindset. This is one of the topic which I take the different in the on the emotional quotient classroom. Growth mindset. For that purpose, you have to have a thing that if you wanted to have some change, you have to start by your own to change. Try to be a fool as much as possible. This is a just different line what up till now I have said for. Why you need to be fool? You can see the slide on the right hand side where the elephant is going on the rope, because elephant does not put his brain, he does not know that going from the rope from one end to another end is not possible. He was not knowing, he was fool. So he start moving and he could do it. In lot of time, we have a lot of questions, but we don't ask. Why we don't ask? Because we think someone will think about me how fool I am. And that is the fantastic situation. You can learn from the most foolish question, because right question or learned question will not give you much diversification. Ask the most foolish question. People may say you fool, does not matter, because you are getting wiser day by day as you are changing yourself, asking so many questions. And that is what also need of our. What we do in our life is more differently. We do not ask question, how this is happening, why this is happening, how this can be improved, what other things can be changed. If you do so, you will see that this learning will get into you, and the change what we talked about in the previous slide is happening inside of you. And you are developing yourself for your career, for your personal growth, for everything. We have seen that many interviews, people accept for the interview, but they do not commit. That slide has come from that mindset. How I will present myself. I do not know what to speak. I do not know what they will ask the question. I do not know what will happen with me. I may fail. That is a Buddha's quote, running away from any problem will only increase the distance from the solution. Face it and finish it. And this is one of the topic which I talk about, holding the mug. Because you are holding the mug, how to solve the problem, I do not know. I do not know how to go to the interview. I do not know what they will think. I do not know what will happen in my personal life. Better go for solution. Make closer distance with the problem. Accept that challenge. Ask the foolish question. Now you can see the previous slide I have gone through. It is now connecting the dots with one to another. And when you accept those challenges, you will stop running from the problem. You start loving the problem. You will see that you are enjoying to take these problems and you are finding those solutions very fast. You see the very positive lines from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam of all the negative words, how he changed to the positive word. The fail means F-A-I-L, fail means first attempt in learning. What a wonderful line it is. Fail, first attempt in learning. How he turned the negative word into the positive word. End is not the end. End is effort never dies. What we think from end, if it is coming to our brain, in our head, we say, now the road is closed. But the way he described end means effort never dies. What a wonderful meaning of no. When we hear no, we get negative, we get demotivated. What is a no means? Next opportunity. And I would request, please remember those words when you come across those words in your life, in your personal life, professional life, in anywhere. If you are failing, understand this is a first attempt in learning. If you are thinking the road is getting crossed, it is getting end, it is not. Effort never dies. And if someone says to you, no, you are not capable, you know your value, you need to think this is my next opportunity to move. And let's be positive and keep on learning. And that is why a very beautiful quote from Michael Jordan also, I have failed over and over, and that is why I am successful. I succeed. So this is small presentation. So far I kept for limited for 45 minutes. So anyone would like to discuss over here and any questions he can ask or she can ask. This is my contact number where I'm available on my WhatsApp number also. This is my Progressive Mind email ID. I'm available on my Facebook page, on LinkedIn also. So feel free to connect on one-on-one also for any kind of executive coaching, life coaching, or any kind of learning you would like to have it. Thank you very much to all of you for patiently listening. Thank you, Prashant. Thank you, Mr. Kataria, for a wonderful evening where I could share some of my thoughts. And now I go back, hand over to Ms. Prashant. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your enlightening words and motivational words for us. It was a very beautiful session. Thank you so much. And I request all of you all to share their views in the chat box. And if you have any questions, you can also put them in the chat box here.